What up, fuckos? And welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I'm FB.
I'm the Goob.
Sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's the Goob?
The Goob is doing pretty well. The moves worked out well. The new studio looks pretty good, I think.
I like the backdrop. This is one of the best backdrops we've ever had.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
We've got a couple alterations still to make.
No, there's lots of ways. There's a lot of things to do. There's too much Giant here. Not enough Dodger or Ohio State Buckeye. Listen, if you're out there and you're a fan of any of these teams and you've actually heard me plead for something, send me something cool because I will put it the fuck up there and I will get rid of all this Giant shit. But no, other than that, I love the Adler. I'm glad I brought that in. I think that's good. This little sign on the side, awesome. I'm getting a little more. I didn't have much last week, so I'm way happier about the backdrop.
All right. Steps in the right direction.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm excited to talk about all sorts of things, but I don't think I could move past championship college football Saturday. There's just too much to talk about.
No, the most exciting games of the week were on Saturday, and there were two college football games. Which, and this is the truth, one of those games is usually a blowout, and the other game is kind of one-sided again. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like, and these two games were fabulous. I don't even know.
You got to start in the beginning. All right.
You do. You start with Michigan and TCU.
Michigan, TCU.
Which I'm giving as much love as I can to TCU this week.
Oh,
that I possibly could.
You busted out the old Ladainian Tomlinson
busted out the
jersey.
old LT jersey. That was a gift that was given to me by my ex, but I had to go on a scavenger hunt during Valentine's to get it. Great. It was a great thing. It was fun. It was really fun. And I got this jersey, which was like, well,
good times.
That's awesome. I got a Ladainian Tomlinson jersey. And today I'm wearing it. So it works out well. And I'm going to wear it next Monday, just for fun.
Yeah.
Because I hate Georgia.
We can't have Georgia winning.
Georgia can go fuck themselves. Georgia.
So TCU won my pick.
Your pick for the last 6
I said they win by a couple buckets. They won by 5.
You said this for 6 weeks now. TCU. So here we go. I'm wearing
Horned
TCU.
Frogs. They got a little Horned Frog.
They do. They have the little Horned Frog thing. I was like, isn't that cute? They do another. Should have got their ass kicked by Michigan. I don't know what that game was about. Michigan was trying the Philly pass play to the quarterback. I was like, why didn't you just run it down their fucking throats, you idiots? What are you doing? So that was like, that's the beginning of the game. That's where we're starting at. You want to start?
Yeah.
Michigan's on the 2-yard line and they throw the double flea flicker where tight end's going to toss to the quarterback. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think that guy's ever thrown a pass before in his life. So I was like, all right, here we go. This is interesting. They went the TCU route. Like Michigan went the, oh, we're the underdog. We got to do trick plays. No, you're the smash it down their throat leader. So it started off, I mean, to me, I don't know. Go. I mean.
Well, it started off slow. You know, they had the, what was it? The controversial fumble / non-touchdown / didn't make in the beginning.
Right, which was a touchdown, which led to a fumble on the next play because they handed off to a guy.
Right.
They've never handed off to before. Fullback. It got the.
Right. So referees and coaching hurting Michigan the first half, down 21-6.
21-6.
And you're thinking, okay, Michigan's coming back.
I did. I did. I thought Michigan was coming back, and they did come back.
They did. They were hurt by the pick 6.
They were
once
hurt
in the first half, once in the second half, which killed them.
Oh, that's the game, actually.
2 pick sixes.
That's
the difference.
It's the difference in the game. That stopped big drives by them and gave 6 points to TCU twice.
But what a third quarter.
I'm still dumbfounded by the third quarter.
If you turned around to cook nachos or something.
Or as I did, put my head down on the speed bike at the gym for like 2 minutes of focus, and then looked up and went, is that 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes? No, that's impossible, because if Michigan scores a touchdown, it apparently was a pick 6 somewhere. That pick 6. And then a touchdown. It was like 3 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the third quarter.
It was hard to explain how points just kept coming from all directions.
And then a touchdown in the first 2 seconds of the fourth quarter. Or some stupid shit like that. It was like, wasn't it? Didn't you say that? Didn't you tell me there was a touchdown in like the first 3 seconds of the fourth quarter? Yeah. And a touchdown scored in the last 7 or 8 seconds of the third.
There were 7 touchdowns within like 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's insane. And I was lucky to watch that insanity. I missed my own Ohio State game because I had to drive to work. but watched the Michigan TCU game and couldn't have been happier that I watched that game. Couldn't have been happier for the outcome either, because there's no go blue in any part of my world.
Nope.
So to watch blue
No
die,
go blue here.
yeah, well, the Penn State guy sitting next to me, he was happy to see Michigan lose too.
Absolutely.
I was so happy for my family from Detroit and my uncle in Florida right now, who, Uncle Tom, sorry buddy, we both lost. I guess it sucks. We weren't supposed to be there because you beat us. We just got lucky because USC couldn't beat Utah, which Utah is still to talk about. But yeah, I was.
Did you like the way the game ended?
For Michigan?
Yeah,
they lost.
With the late hit.
I did. That was a late hit too.
The helmet to helmet kind of spearing, whatever it was.
Actually,
called all three of them.
Actually, the definition of spearing
is exactly what
is exactly the reason they made it a penalty is for exactly what that guy did. He led with the crown of the helmet, underneath the dude's chin, and almost killed him. And that's literally why they. It's like why they like. That's why we throw the flag. That's
just
why
nah, game's over.
Game's over. No, but that's why you actually are supposed to flow that. You throw that flag for no reason sometimes, but this is one time that we've actually.
And they all huddled and looked at us and said, nah.
No, they did. They all got together. We almost reviewed it in their minds, and everybody was like, "Well, they're going to call that a penalty."
Yeah, in my mind, it was already. I was like, "All right, well, we're going to have a first.
We're going to have a first and whatever, and another
and
play."
Yeah, at least one more play.
And instead, it was, "Nah, we're done."
We're done. Fourth down, turnover.
Really, that dude smoked that dude like illegally.
Way illegally.
Way illegal.
All right, so a bad way to end that game. But
it was
TCU wins.
But TCU won, so it was a good way to end the game. See, it was tough for me because I was like, shit,
Yeah,
play continues. Oh, game's over. Yay!
Yeah, right.
So, because I'm thinking, shit, if Ohio State wins the next game, Michigan will be going and Ohio State will be going. And if you would have told me when the second half ended, or the second half was, when the first half was over, I was like, whew, wow, we look pretty fucking good. This is we can score on that. We put up 41 points on literally the best defense in college football. But we stopped putting up points right after Marvin Harrison Jr. got injured in the second quarter.
It's true, just one touchdown in the second half.
Yes. So we scored 35 points with him on the field, and 6, because we didn't even get the extra point. So we got 6 without him.
I kicked a couple field goals.
Right. And I don't know. I mean, to me, that was, it was such a, I didn't even expect to be there. What did it was 6 for 105 and 2 touchdowns first half?
Yeah.
For Marvin Harris Jr.? That's awesome against Georgia. That's really good against. So what we were doing was playing really good football. We were running the ball. We were dominating the line of scrimmage. And we were just throwing the ball to whoever we wanted to throw to. And scoring against Georgia.
Right.
And then some guy named Stetson Bennett.
Yeah. No, he put up almost 400 yards.
I know. I'm not going to argue with what he did.
No, it was honestly...
It's a great game by him.
The more important question, I think, is, Stroud and Bennett had a great game. And if we haven't told you, Georgia scored 42 points, and they did win the game.
Just try not to talk about it. I didn't. We scored 41 points against Georgia's defense. That's all that mattered.
We'll talk about the kicker in a second.
Now there's a saying.
I should have set up the spoiler there.
Yeah.
And we don't know how many points Jordan.
Anyway. Yeah, they scored 42 and beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. I just wasn't going to mention it because I didn't feel it was noteworthy or even worthy of a mention on our fucking show. But yes, Georgia did win.
They did. But going forward, you have Stroud, who I think was super impressive.
Very impressive. I think he some of the doubters and some of the doubts they had about Stroud, I believe he showed them. Hold on, don't doubt me too fucking fast. Like being elusive in the pocket and stepping up and throwing a good ball and running. Really, he did. He ran when he needed to run, and that's something that he doesn't really do that often. You know what I mean? When they say sometimes you should run, fucko.
To set up the field goal.
To set up the field goal. That was a beautiful run by him. That was a great play. That was good blocking downfield by the receivers too. There was great blocks. I mean, people. Fuck. You know what?
So close.
Here's the problem. It was the next 3 plays after that. some stupid pass, then some run we probably should have done in place of the first play, which was, and it was just like, and then we lost 1 yard. So we got to the 32 and ended up 3 plays later at the 33, 1 yard less. And that's where that's when we made a mistake. Because I don't know any
50 yards.
I don't know any college football kicker.
That guy, actually. Ohio State's kickers made a few.
I know, but that's okay. So yeah, so we should have never relied on a college kicker to win this game. Not from 50.
I mean,
from 35.
Yeah.
From 42.
Just phenomenal though. The whole game, like just
pro
phenomenal. Athletes.
He missed that kick exactly when the ball touched down, I think, or some shit like that. I read it. Like men across the country got in trouble on
the East Coast New Year's
the
ball
New
drop.
Year's drop. It was like it's like 8, 10, 9, and the field goal kicker was lining up for the kick. 6, 5, and wives are going, hey, over here, baby.
The snap.
We're gonna watch the drop. I'm watching the kick, baby. This is huge. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, it was like, wow, that's unbelievable. That's like how those two, and that kick was bad.
They hooked the shit out of it.
Hooked the shit out. They weren't even close. I was like, it was what I expected a college kicker to do with like 2 seconds left to win the fucking playoff game to go to the national championship. It's what I expected.
Now thinking about, I missed my kiss with my girlfriend.
I missed an extra point earlier. I missed whatever. I mean I just did. Shoot, but good game. Good game by Ohio State. I was very proud.
It was just a great day of football.
To go bam bam in a row. And go, fuck, that was really 2 really good games of football.
There was not any moment of boredom.
And I'm going to tell you, we've said it all, and we said it last 2 weeks ago. We said it over and over again. Don't forget to watch all the college football games because they're going to be really fun and exciting. Because it's just kids crazy who run around and just doing. Even when we got the ball back, I said, shit, we're going to get down there because it's just going to be crazy. And then those 3 plays in a row, we got -1 yards. I was like, what the fuck? The fuck? This is supposed to be crazy college shit, not crazy defense. I was disappointed, but Ohio State, hats out.
So we're set up for TCU Georgia.
I'm totally set up for TCU Georgia.
Oh man,
I've never been so happy to be a TCU fan ever in my life.
That game will be next Monday, right before we do next week's show.
Yeah, and Monday night it's going to be. It replaces the Monday Night Football game. That's how they always do it.
Yeah.
So you do not get a Monday Night Football game next week. You will get a college national championship game. I believe it's been that way since, what was those 2 guys? Texas and USC. That's not kind of when it started, when they said, no more Monday Night Football game. Guess what? National championship game. Check this out. So it worked out well. So yeah, so next week when Sunday ends of football, it's not over yet.
You got a prediction?
Yeah. I have a prediction. I think Georgia's going to just...
It could get ugly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. TCU, I'm going to wear the jersey on Monday night. I'm going to give you a lot of love. But if FB was told, hey, do you want to give me a prediction about the game? I would say Georgia 35, TCU 17. Because you might just see the best defense in football. I don't know.
That's fair.
But you're going to do that 3-3-5 thing, and Michigan couldn't beat it. So maybe it's...
I got Tomlinson's little nephew for a pick 6 to make it way closer, but probably still a Georgia win.
Yeah, I'm going to say Georgia win. But... shout out TCU for making it this far. Shout out to Ohio State for playing Georgia really well. And if you did anything, you maybe showed weakness to what Georgia has on defense. Because not too many. I don't know how many people scored 41 points against Georgia this year. I'm going to say 0.
Just teams with a bunch of 5-star athletes on it.
Just the teams with the 5-star athletes on it. So 1 team. So maybe they showed a little bit of weakness that Georgia has on defense. That's all I can say. But good job, Ohio State. Go, the only team that matters in the Big Ten, apparently, other than Wisconsin. We believe Wisconsin won their bowl game. And then after that, all the other Big Ten teams got their ass kicked.
We got our second Rose Bowl win of all time.
Right, 1995, last one.
And
most of the people watching the show weren't even alive when you won your last Rose.
That's true.
That's true.
Or exactly. But Sean Clifford, 6-year senior because of COVID and all that stuff.
Hats off, Sean.
Hats off.
Hats off.
He won the Rose Bowl. He is tied Trace McSorley for most wins all time.
Ooh, that name sounds familiar. Trace McSorley. Where have we heard that from? He's the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen.
He's Kyler Murray.
He's Kyler Murray. I don't know if he is anymore. I think they're starting somebody else this week. I don't know. But yeah, Trace is a name.
Very possible.
We've actually heard of that name again and again.
Sure. So that gives Sean Clifford every record. Touchdowns, completion percentage,
Really?
wins.
He's like your best quarterback of all time.
Well, he was there for 6 years.
Yeah, that helps.
And he started most of them. They kept trying to replace him, but
So
he just kept plugging along, and very emotional win. It was
Very
a
emotional.
6-year senior and a bunch of rookie freshman running backs.
right, there was only a few, like, there was a defensive lineman that would have been there like him, like
Right.
5 years or so, and a few other guys that you could hug, and it was very emotional. A lot of crying on the sidelines.
Yeah, I know. So we beat Utah 35-21. It wasn't as close as that.
Well,
Second half, we had 6 sacks.
it's
lot of
noteworthy to
three and outs.
noteworthy to tell you that Utah did lose their starting quarterback and probably their best player on their team because he's the heart and soul.
I was not
It's
gonna
kind of a
mention that.
grit and determination. It's kind of a grit and determination kind of thing, guy. Bad mood rising. So so that kind of helped.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
I'll be honest. It was going to be a slugfest, and then we just hit those 2 88-yard plays.
Right.
Single,
You did. Your 2 long plays.
Yeah, Singleton with the run, and then obviously Lambert Smith.
I think
with
you would have
the
still
pass.
won.
I think, yeah, the way we played in the
Even
second
with bad
half,
mood rising.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. I think you would have won. But it would have been closer and a better game because in the end, it was kind of a shitty game. And it's just that.
We just kept sacking the 4
Yeah,
seconds.
sad-ass quarterback going
Like,
out there
okay,
getting
we
his
got
ass
it
kicked.
again.
And then you guys got the ball back and it was kind of crappy running. And then back to that kid. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Beat the shit out of him. And,
I was wrong about seeing the freshman kid. Alar didn't see any snaps until the last, 3.
who's that? Your quarterback.
Yeah, next little baby Josh
And then you
Allen.
got that little running back who's like, 5'6", 380 pounds. There's a little bulldozer. running down the
Yeah.
field. Who's that guy?
Tank.
Tank. Well, that's a good name for him.
Yeah,
Looks like a tank.
Yeah, he's like Natron Means.
Oh, nice. Natron Means. That's old
Nah.
school right there.
Right.
Oh, if anybody can comment on who Natron Means is, we will be totally impressed with you, actually.
No, yeah, he comes in just when people don't want to tackle people, and he's like,
Right. What quarter is it? Fourth quarter, 4 minutes ago. Who's coming in?
Tank.
Natron Means. God, fucking
Man.
sucks. Why? Because they're going to punish us for the last 4 minutes of this game and end it. College football ended all the bowl games. This was a good year of bowl games. I don't know if the last bowl game is going to do this any justice, but I don't know if Michigan would have done Georgia any justice either. Georgia's like top notch right now. So, but good bowl season,
It was a good stretch. We got to see UCLA and USC lose.
right?
And very good
But you know
games.
what I thought I saw, which was important to me? Florida State won. And anytime Florida State is involved in winning bowl games and a part of the top 25, college football is a better place to be because they're just a great school. Get Miami, USC being in the top 13. That's awesome. That's what we want. This is
Yeah, Caleb Williams.
this is what college football is about. It's when you've got these schools in it. I remember the days of Miami and Florida State and the athletes that came out of it. I remember the days of, I don't want to go back to the days of Nebraska. I can promise you that, but I could go back to the days of Florida State. I could go back to the days of, like Miami and USC and all these powerhouses that had all these fabulous athletes. And no, I'm excited to see these teams back in it. I'm still happy to see Ohio State in the top 3 or 4 all the time, but I'm not upset with Florida State being in bowl games and playing and being exciting. So
Yeah,
good for college football. Good year of college football.
It is.
And still a good year in pro football. Unbelievable.
Oh, man, the beat goes on.
The beat goes on. I'm still talking about the Packers. I thought we ended this 6 weeks ago when I said, listen, just don't do drugs and practice with the receivers. And shellacking of the Minnesota Vikings this week in all 3 areas of football. From kick returns for touchdown to interceptions for touchdowns to even Aaron Rodgers in the offense scoring touchdowns.
I literally felt bad for Kirk Cousins after,
I didn't.
2.5 quarters. Just like, stop picking on this guy.
I didn't get to watch it. I, luckily enough, just jumped online and watched the old Tom Grossi live stream. And thank you, Tom, for giving such a wonderful live stream. I enjoyed the whole game. And I didn't think I was going to. And I did. It was awesome. No, I did. I've never live streamed a game and listened to somebody else tell me about the game.
Sure.
So it was fabulous. Thanks, Tom. No, we dominated Minnesota in all areas of the game. which is huge because they're the team that's better than us. So supposedly. So that's awesome. If everybody comes in completely healthy, and we can beat the Lions, and we got to beat the Lions. There's one more game to go. I am not.
Wow, they had a nice game. They put up 41 on. Well, I guess it was the Bears.
The Bears. But
Bears have folded.
The Bears have. They're on vacation almost. Their bags are packed.
Could be a fun week. Lions probably can't catch in the snow.
I don't know, man. I still one more game to win.
One more game to win.
The defense has had 6 interceptions in 2 games. That's good because Detroit likes to pass the ball.
This is true.
We've had good pressure on the quarterback. Devondre Campbell came back 5 weeks ago, and 4 or 5 weeks ago, and the defense has been on another level. I don't know if the youth has caught up to the speed of the game, if it's slowing down for them. But the defense looks way better, scary better. So that's huge. Rodgers is a game manager. We talked about this, right? He's a game manager.
Absolutely.
That's what he's got. So, he threw a touchdown pass to the tight end. Big Bob Tiny got a touchdown.
That was a nice pass.
Yeah, he faked a little pass, ran in one for himself. So he's still got the I'm running for the touchdown shit. He's still got that attitude.
Yeah.
He had good passes all day. We ran well. Aaron Jones for over 100 yards. Bring on the Lions.
Oh, yeah. Every time they threw that outside to Aaron Jones, he picked up 8 yards.
I love that. It should be Dillon up the middle and Jones with that little quick pitch.
Yeah.
Out to the side. Because once Jones gets that, he's going to get you 6 or 7.
No, it worked all day against Minnesota.
So I'm not afraid of Minnesota in the playoffs. I can promise you.
Are you ready for the Lions?
I don't know if I'm ready for the Lions because the Lions are on their own path of destiny. And it's been a long time since the Lions have even seen the light of destiny. You know what I mean? Or a light to a path. Is that a path over there? No, it's a wall. Shit, I thought I saw a light. You know what I mean? So, good for them. I'm excited for them, too. You know what I mean? Because the Lions ain't got shit, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to say anything. I don't. Because I'm shell-shocked. I'm shocked that we're here. I can't use the word shell-shocked because that's like a term they used back in World War II for war.
I thought it was a Ninja Turtle thing.
I guess for us kids from the 80s, it could be a Ninja Turtle thing, too.
I'm cool with it.
I'm shell-shocked. I'm blown away that the Packers are even discussing going to the playoffs. And all we got to do is beat the Lions. Niners, on the other hand, could have the number 1 bye.
Yeah, we actually have a chance at the bye, which is crazy. Because, I don't know. Anytime you're involved with a game with the Raiders, you can't really explain what happened. But the Raiders usually let you win.
Gave it to you in the end.
And that's what happened. Yeah, they threw a pick in overtime. Tayshaun Gibson returned it 56 yards. We kicked a field goal. Purdy, McCaffrey, Ayuk were pretty dominant. Defense took the day off. 0 sacks for the first time in a long time. I'm assuming they went out and played craps or something the night before. Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby. That's what happens. That's why we don't host a Super Bowl in Vegas.
Yeah,
it'd be a shitty Super Bowl.
I mean, it was a fun game. I'll be honest, I had a good time.
Yeah, I watched the game. It was a great game.
Yeah, Robbie Gould should have won it in regulation. And then sort of redeemed himself in overtime.
I'm going to be honest with you. I only needed you guys to win a few games. After that, I didn't care. So I was kind of voting for the Raiders just for fun.
Right?
Because I was like, man, this Stidham guy, Devontae Adams still looks like Devontae Adams. It doesn't matter who's throwing the ball to him. Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Stidham. What he did? 2 touchdowns, 100 and some odd yards for Devontae. He's fine. Yeah. I was laughing. I was like, oh, Devontae still looks good. That catch he made. Holy shit. Only like 1 or 2 guys are making that catch. It's not the one-handed grab. That's the like falling out of bounds, weird position, and then one hand catch. What the fuck? Might have not even been a catch actually, but still looked amazing. I was like, wow, dude, really good concentration on the ball. So Devontae's sick, but no, Niners. Did you hear
9 in a row?
Did you hear Brock Purdy has a jersey in the Hall of Fame now? They took one of his
sounds a little silly.
They took one of his jerseys to the Hall of Fame.
Sure, why not?
He's like the only quarterback to win 3 games, and they took that jersey to the Hall of Fame. I was like,
well, hopefully it's up for a long time.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Who started? If Jimmy comes back,
it's Trey Lance's job.
No, this year.
Oh, this year.
Yeah, because Jimmy can come back, right?
They're the same quarterback. I'd rather have Purdy.
Right, youthful, good arm. I've seen some passes. He's two touchdowns in.
He's already in the top 5 in the NFL for touchdown passes over 20 yards for the whole year.
That's great. You have Trey Lance, who's like number 1 in quarterback QBR ever in a time period of time, like Number one. Trey Lance, what? Number one, number two to Aaron Rodgers?
No, he's 2.
He's 2 to Aaron Rodgers. Something right? And then now you have Brock Purdy, who's like top 5 quarterback ever in the history of like throwing 2 touchdowns and like having sex with a hot girl or something. I haven't figured it out yet, but what are you going to do?
Trey Lance is going to win his 4 Super Bowls.
Oh, 4 that's right, Trey Lance. You're still going with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to keep going with that.
Brock Purdy's going to start on the Raiders next year.
How much do you think we get for a
How much do you
rookie
think you
Super
get-
Bowl winner?
I don't know.
Ooh, can I get my first round draft picks back?
Could you? Could you get the Trey Lance picks back for the Brock Purdy trade?
All right, everyone keeps saying trade Trey. I'm saying let's get a couple of these first rounders back for
Trade Trey. Why would you trade Trey? It's
I don't know.
It's Kyle Shanahan's system, and Brock's doing okay in it. But isn't Trey supposed to win 4 Super Bowls?
Correct.
Correct. So trade Brock, get a first and a second,
That's what I'm doing.
or lose to the Packers in the playoffs.
Oh,
See, that's getting fucked up this week though.
shit is getting fucked up. I don't know if we could play if I'm the 2 and you're the 7. Like it could be first round, or then maybe I could take a bye and then meet you second round. There's so many options here.
So many options here. What are we gonna do? I don't know. You know what's gonna happen?
Robot punching games.
Eagles are just gonna win this week.
Yeah.
You got excited, but Jalen Hurts is gonna come back.
Oh yeah.
Throw for 350 yards. Every time it's 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. See, on 3rd and 1 with the Eagles, you know what they do? They throw for a 75-yard pass. And if they don't get it, then they run it to the line as fast as they can. And then Jalen Hurts, who leg presses 600 or squats 650 pounds, he gets into the little position and 4 guys get behind him and they go, and they push him for 1 yard every fucking time. So that's a tough one to beat. So yeah, he's probably going to win that game. You'll get second. We'll get the 7th one, first round.
Most likely
That's what happens.
All right.
But any chance we get to play you in the playoffs is going to be a fabulous week of playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Because even the fact, if we even make it to the playoffs by beating the Lions, I'm going to giggle and laugh my ass to the bank. That's going to be like, this is the dumbest thing ever. I can't believe we're in the playoffs. We had a 6% chance. I said it live on this show, 6% chance 5 weeks ago.
Never gave up, though. Never gave up.
Never once. Grit and determination. That is my new motto, my new saying. Yeah, Packers look great. Niners.
Rolling.
Unbelievable, man. 3rd string quarterback. Just rolling along.
Yeah.
That's what makes you realize it's not the quarterback. I could quarterback for the Niners. Scotty, hey, listen, could you fake the handoff to this guy? Everybody's going to block through their job. We're going to do something really cool over here. Nobody's going to get confused. Do you think you would get Kittle right there? No. Maybe. Let's try. Hey, Greg Kittle was wide open. I don't understand, man. So, 3rd string quarterback, you guys are fine. There is a lot of still excitement to go. Don't listen to him. He's fine. I have a lot of excitement, but there is a lot of excitement left to go to the NFL. There's a lot of teams 8-8 right now. There's a lot of excitement.
Battles galore for
Battles
this
galore.
these 7 seeds.
We can't even tell you how exciting this week of football is going to be. It's going to be that exciting. We can't even tell you how exciting.
Can't even tell you.
Can't even tell you.
So much crazy shit could happen.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Saturday. We're starting Saturday.
We are starting on Saturday. My team, my other team, because you know how Trevor Lawrence, greatest quarterback ever. Jacksonville Jaguars can make the playoffs if they win the game
All you gotta do is beat Tennessee
against Tennessee Titans
in Jacksonville.
in Jacksonville. Holy shit! Saturday is starting off exciting because if you don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to try to win that game with all those other young players he plays with, you are going to be totally wrong. It's going to be insane. No, I don't know if the kid's going to start at defensive end. Is he out or is he in?
He's questionable.
He's questionable. Okay, so that is kind of big because he's played well this whole year. Somebody else is questionable, but the rest of the whole offense, I believe, is there. I am truly excited for Jacksonville Titans.
My only question is, how many points does Jacksonville win this game by?
14.
14.
14 points.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You like 14?
I like 14. I was going to say 14 and a half or 15, but just to make it a weird spread. But 14 sounds good.
14.
Just like 28-14, call it a day.
Call it a day. That's a game. That's a done game.
Nice.
I don't. Is Derrick Henry playing? He didn't play last week. Is he playing this week? Did they hold him out last week to play him this week?
I think he's officially over the hill.
Officially done, ladies and gentlemen.
Just
We've
happened.
said-
It just happened.
You heard it here first. Father Time has caught Derrick Henry.
Got another one.
Nobody else can, but Father Time got him. No, I'm Jacksonville all the way. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I love the coach. I love Doug. Backup quarterback for the Packers for like 10 or 11 years. Took the Eagles to a Super Bowl to win a Super Bowl. I think there's a good little thing. There's some chemistry down there. I think there's Jacksonville for the future, and this week and for the future, Jacksonville. Next game, Saturday. Remember, we're not finished.
Kansas City at Vegas.
Big game for Kansas City. Not so much for big game for Vegas, because Vegas is now seeing where they're going. Let's not count Vegas out of this as just we're counting them out. Vegas is going is Stidham the quarterback. Derek Carr is gone. You all know this, right? If you're a Raiders fan and you don't think he's not injured, he's not having sick days, he's removed from the team, he's not at the facilities anymore.
For a player that they know is not a franchise quarterback.
Right.
And if you don't
For
have
a
one
player,
of those...
yeah, no, if they think Stidham is the franchise quarterback, see what's happening.
They don't.
Is Tom Brady's going to come here next year. He's like, who do I got? Devontae Adams.
It's the reverse Gruden.
It is the reverse group. Tom Brady's going to go, I'm done in Tampa, where am I going? Josh McDaniels. Remember that guy who's your coordinator? Yeah. He's in Vegas, and Waller's your tight end, and Devontae Adams is your receiver. Go. And that's what he's going to, and that makes sense to me. So I think Carr's gone. Brady comes for 2 years before he goes to Detroit. I mean, shit, why not? And I don't see the defense is there. Crosby's good. They lost Jones for right now. They can solidify the defensive back a little more. And they got Devontae Adams, Waller. What do you do with Josh Jacobs? Raiders. He's the best running back in football. So, but this week's all about Kansas City. And Saturday, if they win that game, they are the number 1 seed in football.
Right.
Saturday, we have already started big for you. We've already told you that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to go to the playoffs for the first time since
it's been a few years.
1995. It's a guess. I'm just because that's the last time Penn State won the Rose Bowl. So tying them together, but I don't know. But it's been a long time. I'm going to say Kansas City. That's pretty big, getting the number 1 seed. So
Can't see any Raiders win any more games.
no, I don't think they're going to be Kansas City because isn't Mahomes? He's going to pass a record too. There's a lot of things going on this week. He can pass Peyton Manning for a single season stuff. He's going to blow it up.
He needs 430 yards.
Well, there you go. And he passes Peyton Manning's single season passing record or yards record. So, yeah, I don't see that.
So that'll be fun. Fun Saturday.
Fun Saturday. Here we go Sunday.
I mean, yeah. Where you want to start? New England? New England put up a win last week.
Yeah, let's finish because we can end with me because I'm the last game of the night. As the termination of games, the Green Bay Packers get to be the last game that night, right? We're the Sunday night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we know that. Well, we already know. We've already talked about that. Let's go Patriots. Still a chance.
Patriots got a chance. I mean, we think.
No. Still a chance, right?
Yeah.
Every team has to win, right?
Well, New England's in as of right now.
Right.
Pittsburgh and Miami have a chance.
Pittsburgh needs to win.
Right. Pittsburgh needs the most help.
The most help. But
I can't believe, I mean, they're in it.
Here we go again. We're still
Tomlin's-
talking about Tomlinson making the playoffs.
Yeah, Tomlinson got the Steelers at 8-8 somehow.
Right. So they need Miami to lose.
Right. Miami to lose, New England to lose.
Right. New England just has to win, right?
Right.
They're the Packers of the AFC.
They control their own destiny.
That's the first time I get to say it with the Packers. Because every time I said it, you were like, no, they need other people losing.
Not
God
yet.
damn it, we need to win. We control our own fucking destiny.
You do now, right?
We do now. Finally,
Yes.
control our own destiny.
We figured it out because of weird conference record stuff.
Conference records, yeah. If the Packers just win on Sunday,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter who else wins. Unless Detroit wins too.
Which would be,
Then it would be really hard. What if we tied?
if you tied, then you would
conference-
need Seattle to lose.
Yeah?
And then they own the tiebreaker on you, so they would
Go to the playoffs.
go to the playoffs.
So no tie.
So no tie for the Packers.
Need a victory.
Let's not do that.
Let's not fuck around and get a tie. That'd be silly. They shoot somebody. So New England, they're a winning in.
Yep.
Green Bay's a winning in. And still, a lot of teams playing good football to win. Because they just have to win. You don't tell me Belichick's not going to go out there and put on one of the greatest displays of coaching ever. And shut down whoever. Who are they playing?
At Buffalo, we think.
Oh, yeah. See? Hey, FB and Goob Show, we would like to say our condolences or our prayers and send them out. And everything that happened yesterday on Monday Night Football was...
Yeah. With heavy hearts, we support DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
And everything he's going through and all of his football brethren.
I'm going to say 42 years I have, at least starting at 6 years old. I'm going to say that's fair to where I remember watching football. And I have never, in the history of my life, seen anything what I saw like on Monday night. Never one time. And I've seen a lot of football games. I'm not saying like we've seen 10. We've seen 10, 100,000. I mean, it's like almost every Monday Night Football game we've watched for 42 years. Think about that. That's a lot. Never have I ever seen anything like this. So, hearts, prayers, thoughts, all that.
Yeah.
At the same time, Buffalo, we don't know what's going on there.
Not sure with the Cincinnati and Buffalo.
That was a huge game Monday night.
Yeah.
That game was seedings and
teams two
and
and
3. So I don't know how the NFL does this. I don't believe personally myself that game's going to get played. Somehow not. I don't know. I mean, I know in the world of fantasy, just alone, I personally have, as the commissioner of the league we're in, have 2 guys going, what the fuck are we doing? I don't know.
No one has any.
How about you just split the money? Jeff, I haven't called you yet. Craig said, let's split the money. Let's just get through this season to be done. So that's where we're at right now. He's in the same
And also,
boat.
Jeff, I'm coming for you. I need 20 mixing points.
He needs 20 mixing points.
Figuring it out.
Craig said the same thing. I am totally against that. I thought this game meant more. And if next week they're still not playing, what the fuck does it matter? Let's just split the money and move the fuck on, because these 2 teams are dead in the water right now because they're in a weird place. Well, not the Bengals so much. You saw Monday Night Football when they said 5 minutes to get your shit together, and everybody was in a circle. On the sideline, Joe Burrow was throwing passes. So Joe's brain's still in the game. So that advantaged Cincinnati. I'm sorry.
Well, assuming all things stay the same and just
Right.
week 18 is week 18.
As it should.
Cincinnati hosts Baltimore, has a chance to win the division. That'd be division over.
Right.
And they'd be set there.
Which I think they get, because Huntley's still starting at quarterback, right? Or is Lamar making a grand appearance?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. Should have taken the money, bro.
Yeah.
$260 million. I don't know what you have to hold on to now.
He was going for his Aaron Judge money.
He was, man. Even Aaron Judge didn't get it. He still went back to the Yankees and still just didn't get the $400 million, So, which the Giants offered him, I think. Didn't you offer him $400 million? The Padres. The Padres offered him $400 million. I think the Padres offered to put it on record and said, "Hey, come on, fucker," and he said, "No, I'm going back to Padres. Are you kidding me?" The New York Yankees were playing for the San Diego Padres.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go back to the New York Yankees. You know how much money I make in advertising in fucking New York? Not the same as I do in fucking San Diego. Sorry to say. But, no, listen. This week of football is going to be another exciting week of football. A lot of teams still fighting for playoff positions, even though a lot of teams still need help and only 2 teams can just win and be done. Still a lot of good football to play.
Do you think Justin Jefferson gets 193 yards against the Bears because he could pass Calvin Johnson for that record?
I do not. I'll be honest with you when I say that I think the Packers might have showed you a secret on how to guard Justin Jefferson. Now, you have to have Jair Alexander and Adrian Amos. That helps.
That does help.
That helps. If you can have Jair bump him at the line and Adrian stay on top of him the whole time, that will shut Kirk Cousins down. He is a little gun shy, especially since sometimes he can throw 3 interceptions in a game. So, but no, I don't see him getting 193 yards now.
And do you care that Brady made the playoffs? Tampa Bay is officially in. All the
No,
other
because I
teams.
believe I mean,
we knew it was going to happen, but
I mean, other than the Saints, I thought it was going to be Brady anyway. So we put our money on the Saints to somehow win the division because we thought the defense was top notch. We thought Jameson Winston was going to play the whole year. Ended up being Andy Dalton. I don't know. If
that affected everything.
That affected everything in our mind. You know what I mean? I didn't know what the fuck Andy Dalton was doing there. So injuries plagued them again a little bit. So am I shocked that Tom Brady's in the playoffs? Does he have a team around him offensively? He's got.
We got to watch this guy in the playoffs again.
Evans, until he dies, I think. Man. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think he's ever going to stop now. I think he's going to the Raiders next year. I really fucking do. I don't see. You don't think Josh McDaniels can't convince him to come down to the Raiders with Devontae Adams and Waller, and there's some talent there. Now he gets to throw to the best receiver he's probably ever seen in his life.
Can Brady get there and then fire Josh McDaniels and just replace him with Tom Brady? So he could be quarterback.
I don't know.
Offensive coordinator.
You don't think their relationship on the field already, right now, after all the Super Bowl victories and all, is already coach, quarterback, coach?
Yeah, probably.
Right? So I don't see. I think that's already set in stone almost. I think that's why Carr's gotten put to the side like this. Who else was Stidham? No.
Hey, he
no
led Auburn to a
He did,
bowl
and
win.
and he beat LSU, and he's beat Georgia, Alabama, and so yeah, he's won some big games. I'm not saying anything against him, but you know what? We've been waiting on him a long time. Where the fuck's he been?
Yeah, no, he's not that good.
No. Okay. So hey, listen, watch football this weekend, and enjoy it. And once again, hearts out to the Bills and the organization and everybody involved in that. So let's just hope for an injury-free rest of the year, I guess, or anything horrible like that. It's going to be hard on the players because I don't think any player has witnessed or even ever thought of this situation ever in their life. Torn ACL, broken leg, broken arm, concussion. What happened? That's possible? Yes. Oh, never had that discussion. So I'll be interested to see how other players are affected in football and how it continues and how it goes on, because it's just weird shit like that. But yeah, we'll see. Basketball.
Yeah, Warriors on fire this time.
No, they are not.
Last time we talked, or a couple weeks ago, the Knicks were on fire. Had won a bunch in a row.
Knicks looked good. We were on fire. I was very happy. That fire has gone.
Klay Thompson has found his shooting touch.
I seen some 50-point game or something.
Yeah, 54 the other day. Warriors won all their home games, which is actually not shocking at all.
No, but what was that thing? They're 3-16 on the road, though.
Yeah, it's the biggest, like, we're monsters at home and mice on the road, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, 3-16 on the road.
17-2 at home.
That's not Warriors. 3-16. You just went to other people's. It's
it's
interesting. Curry comes back soon, right?
I'd say probably 2 weeks still.
Still 2 weeks. Wow, shoot.
He's working out by himself, but I don't think he's putting up any shots.
Oh, okay. Doesn't need to put up shots. He's the greatest shooter of all time. Just needs his body to be okay. His arms and hand and wrist will do the rest. It's like
so. Yeah, I feel better with Clay and Jordan Poole kind of clicking.
Yeah.
Wiseman and Kuminga are playing the best
what
basketball
you
of the
needed.
season.
That was your two big hopefuls, was Wiseman and Kuminga.
Well, yeah, those guys being 6 and 7 or 7 and 8 off the bench.
Yeah, those were your two. That was your big hopefuls, right?
And they're starting to come around.
Okay, well, that's good. That's what you need. Knicks, we won 2 in a row after losing 5 in a row. Thank God we ended that skid and have picked up a few games, and then beat decent teams. So, I got nervous when we started losing again. I was like, oh shit, here we go. We're going to lose 15 in a row. That's just fucked up. We'll be next to the Pistons in the next 2 weeks. Ended that, won 2 in a row. I think Barrett's back now. I believe he only missed a game or two because of the finger.
Yeah.
The cut on the finger, the laceration, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I saw Cleveland's not in third place. But Mitchell put up 71. So the talent is still...
Spida put up 71
on somebody and just destroyed them.
The former potential New York Knick.
The former potential New York Knick. Yeah, that guy.
Man.
That guy. We couldn't pull the trigger on that, huh? He put up 71. That's Kobe Bryant-ish.
Yeah,
Kobe, 82?
Yeah, 82.
71. That's 11 points shy.
No, that's...
And I told you I got tricked on the whole thing because the headline was blah, 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 and Mitchell put up 72. I went, man, good game for those two guys. That's like, 40 and 30? That's great. No, it was 71 and 1.5. Asshole who didn't try very hard, apparently. I was like, oh, Mitchell put up 71 of the 72 points. Oh, you guys are funny.
Oh, man. Some of these guys are putting up ridiculous performances these days.
Luka is just on fire every night he puts his shoes on.
Right.
If he's not scoring 39, he's scoring 50. If he's not scoring 50, he's wowing you somewhere else. And if he's not the MVP this year, because I'm calling it now, because if he stays on this level of basketball, it might be one of the greatest seasons ever seen in basketball.
Yeah, and they're just putting up ridiculous stat lines. Mavs have won 7 in a row.
Yeah,
they haven't lost since
I believe one of our losses
did that Knicks thing. Yeah.
That one.
That game was crazy.
That game was crazy, right?
I got it.
And then he got it, and he thought he won the game.
Yeah.
And he was doing his dancing, and then he still won the game.
And then he still won the game, even though, yeah.
So, yeah, dude, that guy's having one of the best seasons. I mean, like Michael Jordan kind of like, what the fuck are you? This dude is off the chain. So, yeah, I'm excited for watching him continue this year of basketball.
Do you think they could finally pass up the top 3 here? Denver, Memphis, New Orleans?
Do I think
they've kind of been up top there.
Yeah. Do I think they can?
Think Dallas could finish above them? I mean, the whole conference is within 4 games, so obviously.
Well, since 7 in a row is like for that division, not heard of because they're 2 in a row, 3 in a row. Oh, I lost 5 in a row, won 4 in a row again, and nobody's just dominating. So it's everybody gets their turn.
Yeah,
so,
Mavs are now like 2.5 back or something.
2.5 back, right? Yeah, no. I think they can take those teams? Do I think Michael Jordan was on that team and he could take those teams? Yes. So do I think Luka could do it this season?
All right. FB's on the Luka bandwagon.
Luka's
going to take it.
I was on the Luka bandwagon last year. If you want to go back to like episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, basketball,
sure.
I believe I was already on the Luka train because I was already going.
But for now he's going to take the Mavs to the top. Is what you're seeing.
Yes, I believe that he's on. Just as LeBron took the Cavs and Miami Heat somewhere, just as Michael Jordan took the. I believe, Luka is in that same category.
Like Kevin Durant is apparently trying to do with the Nets right now.
12 in a row, man. I mean, I know it's not the 33 in a row from the 1971 Lakers. Sorry. We don't have Will Chamberlain and Jerry West either, so.
Yeah, Nets are on fire. Durant's just doing his thing.
He's
so if anyone's going to challenge Luka for the MVP.
He's quietly just. I don't we talk about Luka all the time. We see highlights about Luka.
Yeah.
But Kevin Durant's won 12 in a row, and I'm pretty sure it's all because of Kevin Durant. So.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to explain how he's not on TV more.
No, it is. Yeah, it's the whole Kyrie thing. It's the whole Nets thing. It's the whole just.
They share.
He
gets 30, Kyrie gets 28.
Yeah, they both look insane. They said at the beginning, remember
Kyrie's dunk the other day? I was sick.
They said, remember last year, they said, we are going to figure this out. Me and Kevin are going to get together, and we are going to make this happen. And apparently they did.
Yeah.
Right now they're second place, and now they're second in the East. Where Celtics and the Bucks were just owning the East, and we were happy to see the Cavaliers in third because we liked the Mitchell, and I was happy to see the Knicks in the 8. We're still in 8. So we're still in 8. So we won 2 in a row. So we've 2 in a row. If we could just stay in that 8, instead of being in the 12, 13 range, hoping to win 5 in a row at the end of the year, just stay 8, stay 7, stay 6, stay close. So, Pelicans lost Zion for 3 weeks. I thought that was sad. I was excited for
Hammy Williamson.
Yeah, man. In 3 weeks, too. So that's like serious hamstring industry. But he's a big man doing a lot of things.
In Zion time, 3 weeks is like longer than that.
Yeah, I know. It was 6 weeks. So, no, I was disappointed in that. I mean, I don't want to think about him as an Anthony Davis. I hear rumors sometimes. You're like, oh, the Knicks trading for Anthony Davis. And I pray to God that wouldn't be a mistake we make. Because he only plays 51 games, 23 games, 36 games a year. And that is not good enough.
No.
For $128 million.
Not for my bank account.
Not for my bank account. It's not. It's not good for any. It shouldn't be good for anybody's bank account. If the best you can do when you ask somebody for $180 million is give them 1/3 of the time you promised, I'm out. I don't want any part of that. So, I don't know. I felt bad for Zion, though. I really did because I got excited because we made such bad. We did say so many bad things about Zion and his ice cream eating habits and all these things. And I think he's proven everybody wrong. And for him to go down like that for the Pelicans, I like the Pelicans.
He does it every year.
He's an
injury Zion.
He is injured, but I was hoping that this was it. This was such a good year. I thought, well, maybe I was wrong. Because remember, I was like, I don't want the Knicks to get him. I don't want the Knicks to get him. I don't want that. And they picked up the option of the Pelicans. Shoo, thank God. He's the best basketball player in basketball. What? You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, well, good, let's go. Let's do it then. And instead, not so much. Listen, long way to go.
Long way to go. Wizards are in the playoff hunt. Just because ESPN says no one ever talks about the Wizards.
Hey man, they got
5 wins in a row, baby.
They got the Knicks first round draft pick.
Yeah, Brad Beal and Kyle Kuzma. Whoever leaves the Lakers gets better.
And Porzingis.
Oh yeah, and the Zinger.
Don't forget about the Zinger, man.
The Zinger puts up stats.
It's probably one of the reasons that the Washington Wizards are even close to being in the fucking playoff hunt is because of the big zing. All right.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing it out there. I was saying that. I like Bradley Beal.
No, they got a big three with
I like
with
Kuzma.
Zinger and Kuzma.
Kuzma's a big three. That's awesome.
The
Good for
Washington Big
you,
Three.
Kuzi, because you are not a big three. So whenever you are part of a big three, good for you. I mean, I guess in LA when there was a lot of injuries, then he was kind of their big three.
They didn't, yeah.
Yeah, what's a big three? Who? Kyle Guzman.
Hey, the Wizards are on the move,
Wizards are on the move, baby. You heard it here first.
right? And we got the opposite of the big three, which is the bottom three. Now we got a 3-team race now for
Right,
Webb and Yama.
So Hornets, Rockets, you?
Yep.
You, Rockets, Hornets.
Yes, we won a game, and Houston and Charlotte haven't won in a long time.
Houston and Charlotte have not won in a long time. But I told you, this guy won the All-France Player of the Year, like most dominant, awesome, cool guy in France.
Yes.
As probably the youngest player to ever do it, because it's a lot of old school veterans over there, play in France for a long time and just be there, And I saw that video of him. I don't even. He is so fucking frightening. He scares me. I was like, all right,
I think Tony Parker won that award a couple times.
really
Yeah.
nice. You know what? Not bad category to be put in. You put me in the Tony Parker category. He dated
Longoria.
Longoria. I'd like to be a Uber driver once, you know what I mean? So good for him, Yeah, no, Tony Parker, good category to be put in, and not even close because he was 5'6" compared to you, because you're like 8'12", so which is 9 feet. Just to let you know,
It's a lot of feet.
it is a lot of feet. Yeah, that guy's huge and scary. Basketball, college. You got any college basketball? I mean,
a lot of bad news.
We're out of the top 25, so I was kind of just trying to avoid it. Oh, we did win. That's going to help us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Carolina and Kentucky both out of the top 25,
Out of the top 25.
for the
That's
first
hard.
time since the last time it happened.
Which was never. It's never happened. Oh, wait a minute. No, we haven't made that.
Yeah, we had Guthridge, and we were back for 2 years, and you were out for a second.
Yeah, we were out for a second, too. When you don't see us in the dance.
It's
that's not
happened,
the-
but-
It happened. Not often, though. We get nervous when it happens.
But I did want to tell you, we
Purdue
signed
still number one?
Purdue is still number one.
God damn, that's blowing me away.
You know what happened, though, is New Mexico, also undefeated, snuck into the top 25.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we've got another undefeated team that's...
And how about Mississippi?
Now, they're gone.
They're gone now.
Yeah.
One loss.
Yep, see ya.
See ya. 57th.
The Leach factor did not work.
No, it wasn't going to.
No, it wasn't going to.
Not in college basketball. Nice.
Yeah, so Kentucky won today.
Kentucky won it. That's 2. We've won 2 or something like that. We haven't played a lot, though.
You got three games this last week. Lost to Missouri, beat Louisville, beat LSU.
Love when we beat Louisville.
LSU had only had one loss, so that was a solid win.
Back into the top 25.
Yeah.
By New Mexico. Hey, nice. Oh, no, undefeated. They get to stay. First loss, gone. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You're out here with your first loss. Listen, college basketball, it doesn't matter till March. We get excited.
Carolina signed the number 2 point guard for the 2024 draft, or class.
Oh, I mean,
Elliot Kudo.
Ohio State got the
We
5
win in
best wide
championships.
receivers this year and
No,
next year.
and I like to share that with you. Jersey kid, he's going to kill it.
Oh, okay.
Pass first, he's like Eddie Cota.
Eddie Cole.
Jeff McGinnis.
Jeff McGinnis, there you
Yeah.
go. Wow, we are throwing out old names today. God
Yeah,
damn.
more pass. He's a pass first point guard. The kind you like to see.
That's what they're supposed to fucking be.
Well, nowadays you're a lead guard
A
at
lead
Carolina.
guard,
so,
whatever, yeah.
You're just
You're
shooting,
supposed to pass
dunk on people, and do whatever you want.
No, Chris Paul. Pass the ball.
There you go.
Yes.
I
That's
hate
your
that
job.
guy, but good guy to pattern yourself after.
Yeah, Chris Paul, John Stockton. If you want to be a point guard, point guard, just probably pat yourself after the best.
Towson lost.
I don't give a shit about Towson.
Right. That's something.
Towson lost, though, which probably taken their NIT hopes away.
Man, it's getting rougher.
It's getting rougher. You know who's going to be in the NIT, though? Penn State. Like the kings of the NIT. You can always count on...
Somehow they will make it.
Yeah, you can always count on Penn State to be in the NIT. It's like the NIT goes, who's got left? Well, Penn State's
We'll
on.
beat
But they-
Rutgers enough times this year to
right.
get in the NIT.
Here we go. That's awesome. I do want to say, I do have to say something. I forgot to do this. I do have a personal thank you. Once again, I'd like to thank the Cleveland Browns this week. So, I meant to mention it earlier, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you, all you Cleveland Browners, fanners, and all that. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Why would they do?
They beat the Redskins. And I told you 4 weeks ago, I hope the Redskins lose to the Giants. Why?
They should have just left in Heineke.
Just don't know why, but I really feel that Washington Redskins need to lose to the Giants. And they did, and then they lost to the Niners, and then they lost to the Browns.
And
now
they're useless.
And now here we go. If we win,
Eliminated.
So I meant to mention that before, and I forgot to. But we did hockey. We do have hockey. Rangers are ahead of the Penguins by 4 points.
Yeah, and still another bad week for me.
And apparently not too bad for me, because now we're ahead. Because remember, we were tied for so long. You were ahead of us by 3, and it was always 3. And you had your great weeks, and we were still 3. And now we're ahead of you by 4. So a good week for the Rangers once again. A long way to go. And when we have no football to talk about.
Well, you guys finally stopped the Carolina reign of terror.
Oh, right. We did. We knocked them out of their little win streak, right?
Yeah, they were like 10 points ahead of us. They had like 56. We're at like 46. Or actually, since you won today, 48, 44.
Right, and them at 56.
So yeah, you finally beat Carolina. Someone beat Carolina, so now they can stop being on their hot streak.
Just because we beat them doesn't mean they have to stop their hot streak.
Yeah, so Penguins keep losing by 1 goal. But we do have good news. Sidney Crosby was named Officer of the Order of Canada.
Which we have decided means that he has been knighted.
Yeah, kind of like the Canadian version of knighthood or whatever. For community service and just being awesome at hockey, as far as I can tell.
Stand, Sir Wesley Crosby, of the Officers' Ring of Canada. And he stood.
Something with Jello.
Oh, yeah, and then everybody went, "Oh, Canada!" And it was great. I wish I'd have seen it.
Yeah, so he joins a bunch of curlers and ski jumpers.
And one basketball player.
Yeah. Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady. Think that's true?
Don't believe Tracy McGrady's
He's
been
probably
knighted
never
yet.
made.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, we'll look.
Maybe.
Look for the Tracy McGrady Canada
Yeah.
Circle of Life knighting.
Yes.
I want to see it because that'd be cool. Because Crosby McGrady was the man. Dude. He couldn't win a playoff game or.
He could score 12 points in 13 seconds like nobody else.
But nobody else could do that. So it was cool.
Yes.
Is that all we got for hockey?
Yep.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure nothing else has
we
changed
ended
in this
it on
last
the
week.
Fucking knighting of Sidney Crosby. Rangers are up 4 points on the Penguins. Let's end it like that. That's way better.
Right.
The knighting of Sidney Crosby. Well, I mean, in that case, all we got left is fan shout-outs and shout-outs.
All right.
We got a huge shout-out this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Huge.
And then we realized, nope, it wasn't. But we still want to thank Scoot Henderson. Because when we saw Scoot Henderson and shouted us out, we about shit ourselves. We're like, hey, man, read this text. I can't tell if this is the real Scoot Henderson or not. And then we went and found out it really wasn't. But, hey, guys, hope you're well. And we are. We're always doing well. That's but apparently we did shout out the wrong Scoot Henderson. But thank you for wishing us all the best, Scoot. We hope if you ever see the show again, you send out another comment. And if we ever figure out how to tag you again, we're gonna do it.
And to be honest, like if you're not the G League basketball superstar, you should probably just try to sell him your little Scoot Henderson thing.
Yeah,
that
Scoot Henderson thing
might be worth a bunch of money here shortly.
To Scoot Henderson, because
we'll take 1%.
1% of whatever. So
of whatever.
And Kelly Sunshine, go Steelers. Fuck yeah, go Steelers. I said it earlier. We had a discussion about the Steelers here a while back ago, and I said to myself, man, I really like this nucleus of young talent, quarterback, receiver, tight ends.
Pickett to Pickens.
Pickett to Pickens. Muth. The running back's still young. And another running back that seems to be playing well.
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren seems to be playing well.
Yeah.
On a team that always puts probably one of the top 5, top 10 defenses on the field every time they step onto the field. I like the offense. I like go Steelers. Kelly, go Steelers. I'll have to make the playoffs. I wouldn't mind a little rematch 2010. Packers Steelers Super Bowl. That'd be sick. Not going to happen because Mahomes and Josh Allen or Joe Burrows is not going to let
Brock Purdy,
third string quarterback. Brock Purdy, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Super Relevant.
Mr. Super Irrelevant now. super relevant. Yeah, super relevant. Guy's got a jersey in the Hall of Fame.
And a cowboy hat on YouTube.
And a cowboy hat on YouTube. Hashtag benchwarmers. Thank you for those little videos. We really appreciate those. They make us smile and laugh. Okay, well, that's my last shout out for the fans that we love. Joe B did send out, sorry the Wins lost, and nobody gives a shit about the Penguins. So, but thanks, Joe. Thanks for shouting it out. Shout outs. What do you got? Oh, ooh.
I mean, I should go first. Now you go first.
I'm going to go first. Yours is way better than mine. Not better as a person and what they've done and accomplished and what they did in life, but on a sports show, I think yours ends better.
I think so too.
Shout out and sad passing to Barbara Walters. What a cool old bird.
Tough as nails.
Tough as nails. Interviewed some of the best from some of the baddest guys of baddest. All those Middle Easterner guys. To Monica Lewinsky, who blew a president.
Oh, 50 million views.
Oh, 50 million views. One of the largest viewed interviews of all time.
Right.
To starting and debuting in The View.
I feel like that's where her
That's
career
where
took
it
a
all
turn
ended,
for the
Barb.
worse.
It's
Yeah.
not like what you've created.
No, yeah. First female news anchor.
First
evening
film,
show.
ABC, 1971, 74, somewhere in that range. Somewhere in the range of 70.
76, she became the anchor.
For the anchor for ABC. So
Correct.
first,
after
female
years of toiling away in the business.
I was actually heartbroken to hear of her passing because honestly, I wanted to get interviewed by Barbara Walters. So not going to happen now.
Hard hitting. It would have been a great interview.
It would have been a great interview because
FB versus Barbara Walters.
fuck yeah, bitch.
We should make that video game.
We should.
All right.
Like Bird versus Jordan.
Right.
Yeah, that was a sick game. Remember, it was just a total black screen with a hoop and.
Right.
Oh man.
Jordan was money.
Jordan was money every time. Bird was sick, but I never let him beat me once. I kicked his ass in every single game.
Yeah.
Nice try, Birdie boy. He might have beat me the first 2 or 3 times, but after that, Bird never saw victory.
So shout out to Barbara Walters.
So shout out to Barbara Walters and all her great things that she's done throughout the years. Trend-setting, some would say.
Yes, raising the glass.
Raising the glass to you, Barb. And on heartbreaking news.
Once again, more sad stuff.
Right,
Have you seen Pele play?
Only once in a movie with
We
Sylvester
should have
Stallone.
Pele versus FB too.
Yeah, right? And not in a soccer game. That'd be horrible. Maybe in a wrestling match.
Now, Edson Arantes de Nascimento has passed away. Pele, the world's greatest soccer player.
He practiced that name for a long time, just to let you know.
For like 15 seconds.
Okay. It felt like forever.
It did.
Dude, what are you doing?
Nascimento! And then the Arantes before it. It was all a tricky thing.
It is tricky.
Yeah.
But
Pele died.
Pele died.
And just shout out to him for his whole career. I mean, joining a professional club at 15, growing up in the ghetto, winning the World Cup at 17, scoring 2 goals in the final.
He's definitely one of the greatest soccer players of all time.
I've got a couple fun things about him. Like, did you know that he was named a national treasure by Brazil?
Nice. That's sick.
And when he went to sign a professional contract for AC Milan in Italy, since he was a national treasure, they weren't allowed to export him. So they he was just like a part of the gross national product. Like, you couldn't export Pele because he was theirs.
So he didn't go to play for AC Milan, is what you're telling me?
He did not go to AC Milan. They ripped up the contract. They said, Pele, you can't leave Brazil. You're a national treasure.
So they paid him for that, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Women, money,
Hold
whatever.
on. Wait a minute, Eric. Hold on. Because AC Milan just offered me $200 million. What am I again? Oh, you're like a flower. Or a tree. You can't be unrooted.
Nope. He was just whatever he wanted in Brazil. He was
Okay.
king. They called him the king.
Go give me my $200 million right now. I want that first. And then I'll just pick and choose after that. That's insane. That's so cool. I mean, like, to me, like, my fondness, I'm like, I didn't follow soccer so much because, you know, they're coming from Detroit, then going to West Virginia and blah, blah, blah. But he was in that movie Victory with Sylvester Stallone, where it was a soccer movie where they were prisoners and Sylvester Stallone was an escape artist and he was going to escape everybody. And then, you know, halftime they were going to escape. And then, like, Pele said, I'm not leaving. I'm going to win the soccer match. And it was like against the prison guards. You know, one of those, like, prison guard play movies. You know, where, like, The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
He said, I ain't fucking leaving. And then the other players like, no, we don't want to leave you there. But some English and Scottish guys are like,
I saw that movie.
And then Sylvester Stallone was like, motherfucker, I'm the goalie. If I don't go back out there, they're going to know I escaped, and then I'm going to get caught in some fucking river somewhere. Fuck you guys. And he went back out there, and they won. And then they all got to escape because all the fans came out on the field. And I thought to myself, Pele, he did the bicycle kick thing.
He did the whole thing.
Oh, shit. He scored like 3 goals in that game. Shout out to Pele.
Oh, yeah.
So he was an American soccer player, too, right?
Well, I'm not done talking about Pele.
Oh,
not even
shit.
close. Yeah, he...
Get your popcorn out, boys and girls.
He came to the New York Cosmos after he retired from his Brazilian club. And they paid him a bunch of money, but the first TV match that he was involved in, 20 million viewers, which was by far the most
For a
people
soccer
to
match?
watch.
In America?
Anything, let alone a soccer
Oh,
match.
right, okay. Anything.
Yeah, any game, any sporting event.
Wow.
So that was just absurd. Kissinger, Mandela, they all like honored him during the whole like civil rights movement and everything. I mean, there's nothing this guy didn't do.
He's the Roberto Clemente of soccer.
And I wrote this down because I haven't seen it yet. But I compare Pele to Messi, except he has 2 good feet, and he can jump really high.
So you're saying Messi has 1 good foot and is not very good at jumping?
That's correct.
Well, on that note. On that beat.
Sorry, Messi. I'm the Goob.
Peace. You guys are one of the great soccer players of all time. We got 2 bad feet and can only jump a little bit.